Me.
Are you fucking Marceline rolls right now?
Yeah.
Sick. Is that
There we go,
canon?
you rule state.
Oh yeah, you guys are currently leaving the vault. You have to go back to Alfonso's place to teleport back to Castle Oddity.
Oh, I thought we were in Castle Oddity Vault.
No. You guys are leaving the vault.
Okay,
you guys are
okay,
still
okay.
technically in Silfrin. You've finished up your shopping and stuff, or like whatever your version of shopping is. You've gotten these items you've been looking for, and you have to basically teleport back out. So right now you're in Silfrin at the moment.
Okay.
So
I
that time
feel like
steps back a little bit.
I feel like we'd walk out of the vault and we all meet up. I'd look at all of them. Okay, guys, huddle up.
You guys enjoy your shopping?
Mm-hmm.
I got you these. I hold out 6 pills.
Oh, okay, I pop it.
Hey,
Don't
take the
I would
There goes
literally
Hawkins.
close my hand before they.
you see like Neelam put his hand down his throat and like pull it back out.
Spit it out! Spit it
You're
out!
lucky I don't chew very often.
Listen, I don't want us to meet the same fate as Hawkins' old mates. If we're captured,
Which ones?
if you, who said that?
Sorry, that was me. Sorry.
I point at a guard.
Said that.
You fuck off.
Who's God?
Wait, no, I wouldn't say that. Anyway, listen up. Okay, I wouldn't want us to meet the same fate as Hawkins' old mates. So I got these. Opens my hand again. Don't fucking eat them.
Didn't they choose to
I
do
s-
that?
Neelam swears so everyone knows that he's being serious.
What happened to his old mates?
They got captured for nearly a
Mhm.
decade.
Oh no.
And
A
tortured.
decade.
If
You
eat
weren't
this,
tortured.
if you eat this, you'll die.
You don't know that. Oh, should I put that crown in my inventory?
I haven't made it yet. That's something I just forgot to
Okay.
make. You probably know a lot about it, but for the moment, just know you have it completely sealed
Okay.
because it's on you, so you can seal it.
If you eat this pill, you die.
Where'd
It's a good
you
idea.
get these from?
The pharmacy in the vault.
I don't
Suppose
know.
it
if-
could be
Okay,
useful, I don't see
Is this
myself.
I
like
don't know
a
if this
common
will work
thing
on
that
me,
everyone
but
knows about
okay,
cyanide
thanks.
pills?
They probably
Sure,
won't
it's
actually be
not called
cyanide
cyanide
pills,
pill.
but you know, there's
It's just
ways to
something
like.
magic.
Pill that kills you.
The rule of the pill is that
It's-
you die.
Yeah, especially like Afonso, who like his entire like premise is like spies and stuff. Yeah, for sure. You guys have easy access to stuff like that.
You found a power pill kill. Huh.
Yeah, power pill kill. Yes, exactly. If you eat this, die. Wherever in that situation you feel like death is a better option, we have a way out.
Good thinking.
Oh,
And believe me, everyone, you saw what their state was in. You're better off.
yeah, but they did choose that, did they not?
They did, but they don't know what they were choosing.
True.
If I was there, I don't know what I would have. I think I would have chosen the same, but I would soon regret it.
Probably would only take a few days.
I
Or you
think I'm tougher than that.
realized.
Uh,
I mean, did you see them? They probably removed their limbs very quickly.
Anyway, let's get back to get back home, and we'll get our arrangements in order.
Didn't they say something about a demon?
Yeah, there's a demon to the
Yeah.
west, I believe.
out
we
near
got-
one of the war fronts.
Yeah, we'll do some reconnaissance, perhaps. I'll send some. I'll send a route over, see if they can get any information. You guys need any support? Let me know. I'll help in any way I can.
Support the. No, I'm just kidding.
What's
I
that?
guess let's go figure out what Afonso wants of us.
Didn't he already tell us?
Well, more, you know, and we have to get to him to leave.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, hands in.
Engine.
Hands in. I put all 4 hands in. Hands in.
Your hands in.
Engine. I put both my hands in on my tail.
I put
Castle
one hand
Oddity
in.
on 3.
This is
Morden,
ridiculous.
Take it.
Michael, hands in.
Hey, I put my fucking hand in!
Don't have
You're
to
on the
yell.
same.
My hand.
Morden, we all
Morden
put our
puts his-
hands really
Morden
low
puts
so
all his
Morden
food in.
can reach.
Fondar is just staring at you guys.
Fondor, you're in here now too. You're one of the boys.
Uh,
If Fondar's not putting his hand in, I'm not putting my hand in.
Come on, you've been in
Come on,
longer than
Fondar.
him.
Fondar.
Why are you
Fondar.
being-
Fondar, Fondar, Fondar.
he shoots a laser beam at. No, I'm just kidding. He puts his hand in.
All right, Castle Oddity on 3. 1, 2, 3. Castle Oddity.
Castle
Castle Odyssey.
I guess let's
Ambrose
go.
Misteline.
That was
You hear a random guy cheer in like the background. Wow!
You fuck off.
Okay.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm the one who has to teleport you back to the top.
Oh, sorry.
I like how Hawkins is just Butcher from the boys.
He is Butcher, you're right.
What?
All right, yeah, you guys get
What
back
the
up
fuck?
to you guys get back up to the manor, and you guys are you trying to have your way to find Alfonso?
So were we instructed to go find Alfonso when we want to leave?
No, it's just the teleporter is up there. That's like the easiest one. That's the most secretive one for you guys to use, and you guys, well,
Oh, okay. I mean,
There's
if
no
we're
reason for
gonna
you to spell
go,
one.
I'll probably like knock on his office and I'm just like, we're leaving.
when you knock on it, Dontalia opens the door, and Alfonso says, Hawkins, perhaps something I forgot during during the meeting. Perhaps we could have a private chat briefly. He comes to the door, and like all of you hear him say this. He's not trying to like hide it from you guys, but all of you hear him say that as he asked Hawkins for a private chat.
Of course, fellas, I'll just be on my... try not to leave it that way. I can't. I'll
It'll be
straight.
brief. He looks at the rest of you. It shall be. It shall be brief. The two of you go into the office. Dontalia is there as well. Dontalia, is basically the same person as Alfonso. For what it's worth. She looks at you rudely, almost, as per usual.
Dontalia?
Nah. She did you like a side head tilt in acknowledgement.
Pleasure as always.
When you get in there, Alfonso sits down, you sit down, and he looks very serious. Hawkins, you remember the second time we ever met? Whenever we were on the Cloud Duke.
Yeah, that was a very awkward conversation.
Awkward, but that was when we first ever talked about the plan that has led us here now.
Yeah.
I remember that time you, all of you really, but you especially were, I can't say it necessarily against it, but you said you did not really care about Cardoi or its people at all. So you didn't have much interest in such a thing because, well, you had no loyalty to Cardoi or its people. Of course, you care about your own, the lizard folk. I suppose you remember that? Okay.
I did say that, yes.
My question is revolving around that. I didn't bring it up during our normal chat. You know how it is. You get ahead of yourself, so much happening. And
Of course.
after 7 years of fighting for this nation and fighting alongside the Trindoians and watching how now non-humans are accepted and the progress we've made and the suffering we've all went through together during these wars. You, the humans, the people who hated you before, people you didn't like before. After 7 years of everything, more than I cannot put to words, but you and I have both lived through it. Words cannot describe it, but we cannot forget what we went through. After all that time, do you still feel the same?
It's a hard question.
He looks very, very serious asking this too. Not serious, like almost like compassionate, almost like whenever a father asks you a question, like a very serious question, where he's like almost worried about the answer. Almost like if you've ever had like a father like admit like fault to you and is like trying to apologize to you almost. Like he looks almost like that. Like it's super serious, but almost like a weird topic for him.
So, I believe there's two reasons a man goes to war. Riches or righteousness. But through the bottom of my heart, there's one reason a man stays at war. It's for the people right next to him. His brothers in arms. I implicitly love every soldier under my command. And that's Orbitus's own truth. I've learned to forgive my people for the wrongs I feel they did to me. And that took a lot of time. And I don't know if I could forgive the specific people that's hurt me in this country. Maybe I never will, but I know I can try. But I do see a path. Can we assume the I asked now. Morgan's been setting up these schools for the training more beast folk and beast races. Has that been like somewhat successful?
Sorry, what was he asking me?
Hawkins has been setting up schools to train beast races in war and things like that. Has that been somewhat successful anyway, or is that
a little bit? But the beast folk,
fledgling?
as they're like currently at war with you guys, that's a very hot topic.
As in any non-human races.
Oh, just non-humans.
in
Oh,
Kador.
non-humans are like there's still that. It's been 7 years. There's still that lingering racism, but it's hot. Alfonso recently, like 2 years ago, put in the statement, like gave them all their rights and everything. But like the people even before that point stopped hating each other because they had other things to hate. Like the non-humans and the humans have now mourned together, lost family together, died together, lost their homes together. War has taught them to love each other in many ways. That underlining thing is still there, and you think if there was a reason to like not trust, like if something happened, like let's say suddenly let's say you guys like went terrorist or something, that could be enough to push them back into their hatred for non-humans and vice versa. But as long as there's not some like major like key thing that made them think this has all been a trick or something, it's basically changed. I mean, the war has broken all the walls to the heart. All the suffering, it has worked, yes. And even on the things you've not done, just the nation itself, the people have. And that's what he's asking you, is like, now is this a place?
The people under my charge are my responsibility, and I will always hold that. Man is fickle. Human, beast folk, lizard, and everything in between. Honestly, I don't know if I could answer your question with full knowledge until how I've seen this country goes once they've reached peace. If they can be peaceful and the bonds they've forged over these hardful, terrible times stand, well, that's it. That's exactly what we want. That's the world. That's the ideal we strive for.
That's what we want. You see, he lingers on the word "we" whenever you say it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he seems to smile, very
I didn't
genuinely.
notice that. Sorry.
Your words betray you, Hawkins, I think, to some extent.
Maybe I've gone soft.
That a compassionate man is not a soft man, Hawkins.
Soft men get people killed.
And hard men make them kill themselves in one way or another. Thank you, Hawkins. That was all. I think you answered my question well enough.
Well, I wish you the best. I still stand by what I said. You and Crowley are very similar.
Perhaps, unfortunately, circumstance doesn't always allow those who are similar to work together.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. Well,
Right.
I'll keep you up to date, or I'll keep the diary up to date if anything comes up. I hope to come back with good news.
I'm sure you will. He doesn't say anymore. He seems to cancel whatever he was thinking about saying. All right, you have a wonderful night.
You too. Bye, Natalia. And I,
She,
uh,
she, with after your question, you see she actually smiles at you. And, nods to you politely.
I skip away.
You go out the door, they all have their ears on the door.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're all fucking like huddled over it.
They all have their
Fondar's
ears on the
on the ceiling.
Fondar's like snuck out behind you. Very clearly, some of them have maybe eavesdropped on your conversation.
I
I'll say to him, it's a good answer, Hawkins.
Thanks, Professor.
I'll be right back.
Hard question. Let's try and be righteous. Or at least tempt.
What?
World does not make it easy.
I'm saying let's try and be good people.
Yeah.
Why are you yelling at me?
She said, what? I thought you couldn't hear me.
Okay.
On the
Just because I'm
ceiling
on the
stuff.
ceiling doesn't mean I can't hear you.
So what's that?
He drops down but hovers right before he hits the ground.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I know. I'm so cool.
Good damn it.
Holy shit, this guy's awesome.
Holy crud.
So what are we doing?
We're going
Hit me with
home.
the nene.
Your new home for the next couple months.
Cool.
But this
I
one
don't
you're
have to
allowed to
sleep
walk
in
out of.
a dungeon forever now.
Well, you could have a dungeon if you like.
No.
You're gonna like it, Fondar.
Oh yeah, you wanted a window of the a view of the crater.
Yeah, sure. Whatever that means.
So it's a hole,
The
I
big
know-
hole.
big hole.
Fondar rubs his face.
I think they're
So
asking.
it's not particularly deep, but more wide.
Okay.
It's a wide hole, shallow-ish wide hole, caused by an explosion.
We can
Like-
fill it with water.
You could fill it with water.
No, thank you.
I would like to go swimming.
Don't you guys have a lake nearby?
Yeah,
or
we
something?
got a lake up
Yeah, but we
north.
can have another one.
I suppose so.
Oh, we should show you the grove. It's beautiful.
Oh.
You like frog people?
Don't think I've ever met one.
He is
That's
in
fucking
poetry.
You're
dumb.
not allergic, are you?
You're allergic to frogs, are you?
Do you have any allergies?
I think that'd be kind of hard.
Dietary
No.
conditions.
Yes, actually.
All right.
Eat this.
You guys,
I pick up.
as,
I pick like a
Cyanide
leaf.
pill.
Eat this.
the cyanide pill's red.
Oh God.
oh, who's your guys' new friend?
Oh,
You see a red little guy with a long tongue
Francis.
walk through the door. Ah, what about that?
Fondar's eyes lock to him.
Francis,
Why?
you should come with us.
Sid.
We had a stowaway. We had a
No
stowaway.
filing for you.
How did you find? We didn't bring any
Oh, fuck.
boxes.
You mind if I? Is this one important? And he
I'm
points.
Francis. Nice to meet you. I'm Francis. I want to
think
tell me
she's
your
my
secrets.
boss.
I'm the boss. I'm the
Would I have
regional
met
manager.
Francis as Neelam?
What?
Do I know Francis as Neelam?
You know me, Neelam. What are you talking about, Neelam?
What the fuck is he saying?
Francis, tone down the slobber a little bit.
What's all in the
I dab his beak.
Exponentially
Fondar
worse.
like opens his mouth and his mouth starts twitching. Like It edges towards.
This is fun.
You see, like, grabs your hand phone, or he starts shaking it with both of his. Me too.
He picks up his hand. He starts pulling it towards his mouth. So red. I'm so hungry.
Francis, this is Fondar. Fondar, this is Francis.
Huh? What? Oh, sorry. He lets go of his hand and shakes his head.
You see, he turns and he, like, whispers. Francis whispers to Morden.
Morden, was he trying to kiss me? Did he want to get me the mochi roti?
I'm just kind of like trying to ignore him by just picking his.
Morden!
his voice.
You see, he's like, his tongue's flying around like a helicopter. Slobber's going
It's
everywhere.
red.
I think something is calling me, and Moore just walks away.
Yeah, it's me! It's me!
He's like waving behind you as you're leaving.
It's me! I'm calling! Am I
We
invisible?
do have some important
Am I
business to attend
invisible?
to.
Oh, wait.
Didn't
No,
we?
I was freaking out.
So, we have an assortment of things to accomplish, no?
Okay.
Yeah, good amount. Good amount of things.
So,
Okay.
Hawkins, don't we have to go to, like, Wispengale or somewhere? Like, somewhere over in the,
Yeah, that's in
the-
2
in the wind?
months.
That's in 2 months? I thought that was before 2 months.
I thought we had 2 months to do
You
this
have
stuff.
No,
you
we
have to do
research
all this
that.
in 2
We don't
months.
actually have to go there.
Yeah.
So including Wispengale.
What's a Wispen? What's happening with Wispengale? What's going
The
on?
D- Demon.
Wind swirls.
Yeah, the Winds World.
Do we have a
that's right.
to-do list? I've forgotten.
The
what
winds,
it is to do.
yeah, the wind swirls. Unten sent it to you, I think, or Unten posted. Unten has it saved somewhere. Wisp. So yeah, you start kill a demon sometime. You just start getting all this done in 2 months. I kind of like. I kind of have a plan myself as a DM, like session wise, so you don't have to necessarily worry about it too much. But we're about to just get this right. We're about to jump into it as soon as you guys are done role playing.
Okay.
Don't be
Francis,
so sad.
you want to come kill a
Fran.
demon?
Right, I
No.
can't say Francis again.
No, thank you.
Let's
I'm a
alright, first things
pacifist.
first. Get your everything in order. Get anything that is a short term goal. We're gonna go back to Solidity. We're gonna get it sorted. Anything that might take extra time, set up the steps, and if it can be done while you're away, get that set up.
Already on it.
All right. We are going to start jumping into these things being done. Right now, the plan is I'm going to run through 3 people, and then we're going to jump to fighting the demon, and then we'll do the other 3.
Demon.
That might not happen during the session, but that's the plan.
Demon.
That is the
Demon.
plan.
Demon.
We're going to be starting out. First person we're going to. I don't know exactly what point in time these things happen during these 2 months, but they happen sometime. For some people, it might be faster than others. For others, it might not.
Demon.
But you guys are all going to be able to accomplish your thing. Well, we start out. Morden. We start out with you. This is some time's gone by, and you've started your. I sent the word out of what you're looking for. You're looking for the rumors of the wind swirls and things. You had recalled during the 7 years of downtime, Felonial had made a couple reports of almost being killed entering the wind swirls. But you guys had never really investigated what that was about. And Felonial never seemed to really bring it up anymore. And so currently, you have Bigfoot gained some information that you know he's going to report to you pretty soon. But you are currently sitting across from Felonial in his office. And you're having a conversation about what he experienced in the wind swirls. And that's what you're in the middle of. And he looks at you. Well, Morden, it is a strange occurrence that I did experience in the wind swirls. Morden, do you need to take notes or something? Do you remember everything in your head? Should I get you a piece of paper?
You know what? That would be lovely, but I also have my own.
Oh, perfect.
And I point
As
towards my
I
head.
should have expected.
I have my own
I-
notes.
I apologize for having doubted you. Just politeness. But as I was saying, as you asked about my experience in the wind swirls, I had been traveling up. This was really just scouting the region. I was going a little bit past where the Fraudulians now camp out at. and I entered the wind swirls from there, and I was going to head towards the Red Grove. However, of course, that's not a trip I can make to one day. So once I entered those wind swirls, my plan was to set up camp. And as you set up camp, you put your stuff down, and so on and so forth. And then I needed a fire, so I was going to get firewood. Well, I started cutting down branches from a tree, and that's when this happened. As I was cutting down a branch from a tree, suddenly an ethereal mouth just formed beside me. It wasn't a weird mouth, it was kind of a human mouth, as if it was just there floating in the air. It appeared beside me, and it suddenly condemned me for breaking the law. The law I broke, it said, was destruction of nature, unlawful destruction of nature, and theft. I assume for cutting down part of this treatise as firewood. And I was very intrigued by it, and it told me to surrender. I did not, because I was intrigued. And then suddenly a sword made of the same material, ethereal material, appeared behind me and nearly took my head off. If I wouldn't have felt the change of magic and dust in time, I would have been executed on the spot for refusing to cooperate.
Oh.
However, right when that happened, I firstly thought it was a creature around attacking me. There was no creature within at least a mile of me. This was not an individual casting magic. It was as if it was a natural effect, a phenomenon. Realizing there was, a couple times I destroyed the blade and the mouth. Every time it would, firstly it reformed once, and then I got condemned for assaulting a lawmaker of the wind swirls, and more started appearing until I had to retreat because there were too many to defend against, and they chased me profusely. However, as soon as I crossed the border of the wind swirls back into the festives, they stopped pursuit. That was my experience, Morden. Do you have any questions? I have a couple of theories, perhaps myself. This, mind you, happened. This was only probably a few months after you joined Castle Oddity. This was a long time ago. This was 5 years ago, not more.
So you disturbed. What you were making a fire utilizing nearby trees in the Windsworld, and that's when these spirits started attacking you. Correct?
Yes, it was. Important note: they said I was breaking a law and condemned me as if they were guards
Breaking
of
a
sorts.
law and condemning you.
Yes, it was for destruction of nature
Destruction
and theft.
of nature.
And then I was condemned
And
for
theft.
destroying them, and they brought more, or more. I can't say brought. I don't know where they came from. They just appeared.
How do you think I should go about this? You seem to be, your kind at least seem to be an expert at this.
Well, firstly, I would say I haven't really looked into this much myself, since none of you, after my report, ever told me to look into it. I had other things to worry about. I will say I've noticed over the last 7 years, the wind swirls have been very quiet. I don't mean that in the sense of like nothing's going on there. It's just that no one really comes out of there to trade with Castle Oddity anymore. And the few who did come, when questioned by me, were extremely nervous about saying anything. And they never really spoke in detail about whatever's happening in whatever's happening in the wind swirls, but clearly something is. I suspect, Morden, that something major is going on, obviously, or it has been for a long time, and it's been kept quiet. I don't know how it's been kept quiet. I think maybe just through fear. Because perhaps these people leaving are worried that if they say something, they'll have something appear on them and execute them. And frankly, it feels as if the entire region is under the effect of something, as if it's a phenomenon, it's not an individual casting something hiding in the shadows. It feels as if that entire region is affected by some form of domain, natural phenomenon, whatever you wish to call it, and it deals out extreme consequences for breaking laws. Now, I don't know what kind of laws. I don't know if it makes the rules. I don't know if it's basic laws. I suppose Galvera, whenever Ermina Alias died, Galvera took control of that entire region. I suspect he should be fully aware of what's happening there. Perhaps he has something to do with it. He technically is the reigning lord of that entire region and the Knights of the Red Petal.
Okay. So you think that's my first lead I should go to?
Perhaps, I'd say going about it. I suspect you could be there fine if you follow their rules, but who knows what their rules are. But yes, I'd say Galvera, perhaps. I don't know exactly what you're trying to figure out, if you're trying to figure out what's causing this, or...
I think the best way to go about it is to figure out what's causing these, or what's been causing this, if you believe that's been the issue.
Give me an insight, Morden. I think you're a pretty smart guy.
I don't think Morden is a wise individual. Let's see here.
Oh, you have advantage on it. Might not need it. Okay. I think at 17, when he says Galvera has been in control of this entire region for the last 7 years, so surely he would know what's going on. Like, there's no way this could be happening without him knowing. And the remarks of all the laws being made, and it's a weird effect that suddenly happened 5 or 7 years ago. Well, if Galvera's aware of it, that must mean he's doing something, but you don't think he has the power for it. However, you recently experienced someone who had the power to change laws.
Mm-hmm. We gotta love demons here.
So Morden should be fully aware that there's a high chance it is related to that. So Morden might even believe he might already have his answer. Not that it wouldn't hurt to do more research, of course, but...
Yeah, definitely Morden kind of clicks his tongue and just...
You also realize for Galvera to make a deal with a demon of a devil of that caliber, he would have had to make a really good deal for them. Like, there's no way they would have agreed for, like, nothing. So, like, he obviously would have had to make some kind of deal that benefited them in some way. So that could be part of the deal. Something to do with the Windswirls.
Well, guess I'm gonna go have a nice conversation.
Alright.
Potentially send some people to their deaths to test some theories.
Alright. Who do you wish to have a conversation with?
Well, guess I'll have a conversation with
Bigfoot is currently, by the way, gathering just basic rumors. So he will have basic rumors for you of what just the populace has to say about it.
I do want to hear about those rumors then.
Okay,
if once he comes back.
Yeah, Bigfoot, we didn't just jump over to that. Bigfoot has sent people into the Windswirls already just to see for themselves. He gets to you after you left Flonial. Some point you guys meet up probably in Rappa's Razor, the main barber shop. And as you're doing a trim, he basically talks to you as you're doing a haircut and gives you the information. Boss.
Talk to me, Bigfoot.
Boss, the people we sent to the Windswirls, they... No word from any of them. Yeah. They were sent before you had to talk to Flonial. You suspect that they probably... You don't know what rules they broke. Maybe even just the fact they're sneaking around up there looking for information. Perhaps that's enough, and they probably got caught up. Because the people they sent were not really trained individuals. They're just kind of people like merchants and stuff.
Just anybody that was willing to do a job for money.
Yeah, no one like Flonial who had the chance to escape. That's what you suspect. So that's the first thing you get. He says, "So I'm sorry to say, we don't have strong information like that. However, there are rumors." When asked, probed here in the shops, if you'd like to hear.
Well, first things first. Ensure the proper compensation is paid out to the families of those who didn't make it.
It has already been done.
Good, good, good. Let's hear it. As I lean further back into the chair while I'm getting my cut.
There are no specifically named rumors. Most of the ones I'll tell you have been the same rumors, more or less, from multiple people, the same sources. Firstly, merchants who have all went there throughout the last 7 years. This is all... first, I should start. There was no issue until about 7 years ago. A handful of months after Galvera took control of the region. That's the first thing. Firstly, all the merchants who have went there report they're forced to sell their wares under very, very strict conditions. Many of them are forced to change their prices to fit certain regulations, often of which they begrudgingly admitted were more fair prices. They're very strict on what they're allowed to sell and at what prices. There have been several family members who have reported very, very extreme changes in any family members that are living in the wind swirls. Extreme changes such as the personality. There are people who used to be outgoing and very secluded, very secretive, almost as if they're down and scared of something. There are travelers just like the merchants report extremely strict regulations on where they're allowed to go or what they're allowed to do without proper permits. Many things you're allowed to do, but you have to get permits for, such as camping or hunting or staying in a town for a certain period of time. You have to go to the right sources to get that approved. Everything you do must be approved for the most part. There are many reports. This one we have not been able to verify as truth, as our men did not come back. But there have been many reports of people seeing evil-looking creatures roaming around the wind swirls. However, it's very clear from these rumors that these rumors have intentionally been silenced in many ways. So it leads me to believe it might be true. I do not know what those creatures may be, but they are most likely real to some extent. Many reports of people being missing, people who enter the wind swirls or have been there before. They have lost contact and no one has heard from them since, and they have left without any trace. Rumors, quite frankly, most people have stopped approaching the wind swirls, boss, because it is too dangerous. I suppose the last thing, the reports of people committing even the smallest of crimes and getting 10 times as a harsh punishment as per normal. Sometimes even at an extra caliber. People who would normally be fined sometimes go to prison. We had reports of that. The last one, which I do not... This is maybe superstition. Many suspect it is due to the ghost of the Alias family. Ermina and her father have begun to haunt their Etz region, spiteful after their death. Those are the rumors. Those are the general rumors. This is about it, boss.
How close is the wind swirls to the Dreamlands?
Oh, the wind swirls is here. I'll draw. The wind swirls is a region of Kadoy.
It is a region of Kadoy. Gotcha.
It's actually right beside you guys. The wind swirls is like this. Oops. All
Isn't
above
the
that.
Dreamlands like pretty close?
The Dreamlands is to the south. It's the south of Denver.
Gotcha.
South of Denver. So it's really close to the Solitude's Escape. But the wind swirls is like Aldania's Grove and the Fraudulence camp is like right there on the edge of the wind swirls. And that is literally is just roughly at this line.
Gotcha. It just feels like a lot of the symptoms I'm hearing are like that dream demon or whatever. I forget his name.
You know, Morden, you have other rumors like that. That's basically been handled from a long time ago. People who were affected are still affected, but like people have like collected the all the coins and like they've been contrabanded. Like there's nothing like that. It is really weird that the wind swirls is being silenced so easily, and it does lead you to believe that Galvera is some part of this. That like some for whatever reason, or at least people in powerful places are ignoring the issue if there's one.
Gotcha. Well,
Yeah, let's say, what do you want, boss? I'm sorry we didn't answer specifically on what it
no,
is, but
you're fine. Well, I guess I'll have to go speak to Calvera then. Maybe he'll know.
yeah, sure. Give me one more insight check with advantages, Morden. Morden was there whenever you guys raided the Twin Dragon Lair, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, give me an insight check with advantage. Very nice. Something you remember, one of the big prizes you guys got from that was a bit of, I guess you could call it dirt on Galvera. Some information the Dragons had. The big thing was it had an entire list of exactly what his plans were, where he had a very organized plan of like taking over the nation. But for whatever reason, he stopped doing it. And part of what his plan was basically finding a way to summon demons and stuff to make a basically make an army. Like to basically just have a swarm of, he has really elite units right now, but basically just to make endless fodder. And that was roughly, his plan lines up with about 7 years ago, whenever the wind swirls happened, lines up to when he probably would have started trying to get a hold of a devil or a demon. So it kind of, all of it's kind of lining up to be 7 years ago, whenever his original plan that's no longer in effect for whatever reason, was to get devils and demons. The time you suspect when he would have tried to summon one was about 7 years ago, which was also about whenever the wind swirls had this change.
It feels like what's going through Morden's head is that there must be some demon influence causing
Yeah,
this whole region to become like this. And the only question is, like, does he want to risk his life talking to Galvera?
Yeah, I think Morden would realize. I guess maybe the only thing Morden might, if anything, think it might be too obvious. That might be the only issue. But maybe then it's not that obvious. Maybe it's just, you might see as like it's just lucky you even met Ophelion in the first place to understand this.
Man,
Remember, your mission is only to understand what's going on there. You can do it whatever you want, but that's technically all you're asked for, just to try and understand what's happening.
Would you say that what's going on in this region is in fact that there's like a very heavily implied demon influence?
With the Nat 20, I think Morden, having known all this information in the timeline, would think that part of the deal Galvera gave to Ophelion was probably one of the thoughts you have is probably control over the wind swirls.
Gave Ophelion control of the wind swirls.
Yeah, but that is the judge of plausibility, Ophelion controlled the wind swirls, which would make sense as to why if it's her region, it made sense to why those regional effects are in play. If she is like lawfully in charge of that land, she would have the right to. In each region, the Night Lords have rights to make individual laws for a region. So in theory, if she had the right of that region, she would have the right to make any law she wanted there. The problem would be she has the power to do very different things with law. So assuming, so I think Morden would kind of understand that that's probably like part of the deal that was made at Galvera. And so it probably is literally because of her.
Well, time to report my findings as I get up from my chair, half waiting for my haircut, and I just leave.
All right, you go to start making a report. We shall jump somewhere else. Michael Gar. Are you alive?
Michelle Gar?
Michael Gar, you are currently having dinner. When you see a small frail boy with puffy red cheeks and a bunch of freckles panders into the room. He has this huge backpack on his back, just full of gear. You see swords sticking out everywhere. He looks up at you and says,
Sir Lord Michael Gar, I've done it. Sorry.
He stands to attention.
It is I, Squire Alan Moria, reporting for duty.
This is your
Do I know
retainer.
this guy?
This is one of your retainers. Maybe not necessarily by choice, but he's a squire who is under your watch, technically.
Do you have something to report?
Yes, Sir Michael Gar, I have done it. I have gotten 30 of the strongest men lined out in the courtyard waiting for your commands.
How would he know if they're the strongest men? I mean, I guess we have to check it out. Well, am I done eating? I mean, I can just take.
No, he really interrupted you. Like he's not.
Oh.
Like this guy is like, you would understand that this guy is a total
Just
buffoon.
sat down.
he's a total nutcracker.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
Sir Lord,
I'm just
do
gonna
you
gesture
tell-
for him to sit down.
Sir Lord,
He sits down.
Oh, thank you. I currently have them doing push-ups until you arrive.
That's.
They've
not
already done 1,000.
Oh. Don't worry. How the fuck am I supposed to test their skill if their arms don't work when I get there, man?
They don't need arms as long as they have teeth, nails, feet. They will fight for your cause, Sir Lord Michael Gar.
He's like spitting. How like
Michael Gar's
passionate he is.
eyebrows are just like almost touching his fucking hairline, looking at this guy like, just fucking staring at him. I just continue to eat my food. Good. My mouth is just full. I'll be done in a minute.
You see, he like opens a window. You see, he opens a window. He like, he looks out.
Keep doing push-ups. He's still eating.
Okay, sorry. That
What is
Sorry,
going
sir.
He turns
was
around and
gonna-
apologizes. He like bows.
Sorry, Sir Michael Gar. I didn't mean to yell so loud to hurt your ears.
I just start mumbling to myself. God damn it!
Sir, my-
You see, he like comes over and like starts rubbing your shoulders.
Would you like to massage? I'm going to massage you, Sir Lord Michael Gar. You're so tense.
Please just take a seat, please.
First, he like goes down. He quickly stands up.
Oh, you need some more salt?
He like sits down,
Um,
but instantly gets back up.
I can't.
Oh, so your
Freaking
shoes are
out.
untied. Wait, no, they're not. I'll tie them again anyway.
You go and do push-ups with them until I come, please.
Ah! Okay.
Yes.
Do I have to?
Yeah, you go. Yes.
But sir,
Yes.
did I let
You've
you
done-
down?
you've done a-
Sir,
you've done
sir,
a
did
great
I
job.
sir?
Fuck you! Sorry.
Sir, did I
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I didn't mean to be such a failure, sir. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry, sir. I'm
You're
crying
fine.
in
You're-
your food.
no.
Oh no, I'm crying in your food.
I literally just pushed his head away from my plate. No, you did good. I mean, I just wanted to give you something to do while I eat.
You mean it? You mean it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Lord Michael Gar. You're the best knight. I'm gonna do push-ups.
He like runs out crying. You see, like the bag is like stuck in the door briefly. It's so large, and he has to push through it.
Jesus Christ, dude. That is actually the worst case scenario. Like, he's so annoying.
I knew you'd love him.
Okay. Okay, I guess I eat my food and then I fucking walk out and I see these guys.
You walk out. Give me a perception check.
Perception check. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see how.
Nothing.
Yeah, give me with advantage. Let's see it. Let's see how well done what these strengths are.
I need to find my stats again. There they are.
2 1s incoming.
Don't you slender. Perception. I'm proficient in perception. Perception.
Let's go, baby.
advantage.
Oh yeah, you notice right away. You see a bunch of people are on the ground. You see 29 people outside. Most of which are doing push-ups. Actually, a lot of them are fell on the ground, too tired now. But right away, you see someone standing up, and you instantly think someone's like mocking you by standing up, and you realize one of the 30 people is literally a scarecrow.
Oh.
And then you look over.
Scarecrow?
No, no, it's just
just
a regular fucking
it's just a
scarecrow.
scarecrow that's been stuffed. Then you look around and you see there's 2 literal horses in the lineup. There's 2 horses straight up.
Why do I have this clown fucking just rounding people up for me? Did I tell him to do this?
Yeah, you told him to like. Yeah, you probably said like, "What can I do for you?" He said, "Well, I have to do people," and so he went off and did it himself.
Oh my god.
Then you
Surely
see
there's one good one.
you see like there's one like he like calls them all to attention as you get out there, and everyone like jumps up. You see there's one like really tall person who's, but for whatever reason they're really wobbly. You notice. And you look at him, and you look, and right away you realize, oh, that's not that's 3 fraudgolians in a suit. That's not even a person. It's 3 fraudgolians in a suit.
This is it's just fucking
then you see a bunch of like you see like a guy you recognize as literally the person who like delivers your mail in the morning. Then you see like the chef is out here, and then you see like a bunch of like people from like the nearby hamlet, just like random like farmers. You see maybe 10 people who you think would like suit the job. And you see he comes up to you and says,
Sir Lord Michael Gar, look at the fine people I found you. Look at that one over there. Look at how his muscles.
He points to one of the horses.
Look at how his muscles are. He's not very good at push-ups, Sir Lord Michael Gar, but he's
I
very
light
strong.
the scarecrow on fire.
Sir, one of them. Oh wait, that wasn't a person?
He sees genuinely confused.
Did you bring the scarecrow in here? Did you physically carry it in here?
I thought he was just trying to preserve his strength.
I literally just blankly look at him and I say nothing. I just look away.
I'm just gonna cry. This guy's cried playing this guy.
I'm just gonna, I guess, tell them all to fucking catch their breath. You know, catch your breath, everybody. Come on.
You see, they all do, yeah. Eventually.
Okay. I'm gonna beckon the Fragolian forward, or
You see, they
point
wobble
at them
forward and like, as they.
Why do you think you could be a knight of Stella?
Robert, 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 Robert.
You're dismissed.
You see, suddenly they all jump down and scatter in different directions. The suit just falls on the ground, empty.
I glance over at what the fuck's this guy's name? I'm gonna ask him.
His name
do I know
is
his name?
Squire Alan Moria. I'll type in chat.
Would it be? Would I always address them as their full name, or because I can just address them as their fucking first name? Right? I
You
feel
probably
like
normally
that.
do it like Squire. Probably technically it'd probably officially be Squire Moria, but like you could probably you can do whatever. It's all just, probably including Squire is like the normal procedure though.
Okay. I'm just gonna look at him. That's all. I'm gonna look at him and then I'm gonna look back to the line.
Well, they're very fast.
Yeah, they seem very agile. Although I think they would struggle to communicate with our ranks. Trying to be respectful as possible. I'm gonna call over for the chef.
You see what's forward. Hello. Oh God.
Do you not like? Do you not want to be the chef? Or do you strive for?
No, I love being the chef.
What did you tell him, Squire?
I told him you desperately needed strong men. You were in a dire situation.
You're not really painting a good picture for us, are you? You know, it's best to portray that we are strong. It's good for morale and everything. I'm just... As he starts crying, my eyebrows are just gonna slowly raise. I'm just gonna look back. I'm just gonna talk to them. I don't want to talk to them.
The chef looks at you really tired and says, "So we were told
can go
you were
back
in
a very desperate need. I assumed something was wrong with your mill, so I was running to make sure it was okay. But
No,
then we were told we had to do push-ups,
everything-
and well, I assumed something.
Everything. Is
I didn't-
fine.
it didn't make sense
you
at
can Go back
first.
to your duties. Actually, take the day off if you need. I'm sorry for the miscommunication.
You see, I have to. I can't even move my arms anymore. His arms are just loose around his side.
Yeah. Take
Uh,
a rest. You're dismissed.
Hogan sees the chef on the list of conscripted soldiers and he's heartbroken.
Yeah, the list is just made by the squire without like any.
Yeah, in crayon.
Why? I want to fucking fire this squire. I hate this guy. Okay.
I like
we're
to
going back.
imagine the reason you haven't fired him is just. I like to imagine Neelam just like pesters you like he's doing his best. It's just, you just not
Neelam
guilt
is
tripped and kick him
Neelam's
every time.
hyping him up. Neelam would definitely be like cheering the squire on, saying he's doing great.
Yeah, I like to imagine like you've been guilted into this, and it's just been so long that it's at the point where you're like, where almost you feel trapped. You almost feel like you're
Oh my
trapped.
God,
in
I
It's
him.
one
hate
of my
this.
knight's fucking like kids or some shit, like his son.
The one that
It's
died.
like it's probably just like a random war orphan you found, and you found him, and he just never stopped following you.
Okay.
And it just you just feel too like everyone's like anytime you try to get rid of him, you're like, but his parents, you saw their corpse, he saw them die, or something like that.
It's a human Francis.
I'm gonna gesture forward to elbow everybody that looks incapable.
Yeah,
And
you
I'm
basically
just gonna-
everyone you find 10
You're gonna
people.
gently like let them
um,
go.
Yeah, most of them understand. Most of them didn't understand what they're here in the first place.
Yeah.
But you see 10 people who like are most of them are actually trained soldiers or knights in the first place who have been at the castle. And the 10 of them you probably know and recognize that they would probably be pretty suitable, at least for the escort mission.
All right. Well, I guess I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna. I know they're capable. Okay, so I don't have to test for anything, right?
Yeah, yeah. These people are people you've probably fought in battles with.
Okay. I guess I would just ask them if they're willing to swear to the cause and if this is what they want to do, just to confirm.
Some of them,
Make him
all of
swear
them,
to you.
all of them seem to agree right away to the escort mission. Or like, whenever you say like we might have an escort mission, because you don't know if it's guaranteed. All of them definitely agree to that. Most of them are especially the ones who are knights, are very honored to even have a position like offered to them directly from you, and seem to agree. For the most part, it seems most of them are willing to become Knights of Stella or Stella Knights. However, some of them seem to be a little bit on the fence, but at the very least, they do all seem to agree to go on the escort mission.
All right. I guess I would just send them to. I would assume that I would have like a tailor that would make or.
Yeah,
An
probably a
armor
blacksmith.
or
I assume you guys are probably like heavy knights. I'd imagine, like probably kind of like how the knights of Nimbus are. I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Yes,
that would be the goal.
So that's what happens. So they just sent off, and throughout this time you'll be able to find 20 more people probably pretty easily. So we won't be doing that. However, Squire Alan Moria says,
Sir, now that this is handled, there's actually important business.
Oh, well, what is it?
There's a caravan has showed up, and he's looking for you.
All right. I guess lead me to them.
he leads you to them. You find
there
a
any-
very,
yeah.
very fancy caravan that's already been parked, and you enter a very one of the nice guest room, and you see sitting there is a man wearing a full up like purple suit, a very fluffy purple hat with a huge feather coming out of it, sipping on cup of tea with his finger out, and he's got these glasses on. Ugh. Oddly, hideous, as he's like waving away different like you just see a line of people keep entering the room, and like they stand in front of him for a few moments, and he's like,
Hideous. Ugh, nasty. Leave my sight.
All right. I just walk up to him,
Ah,
ignoring everybody else.
if it is not the worst host I have ever seen in my life, the Lord Michael Gar. who does not even know how to properly greet such a refined guest as myself.
I've not been informed on who you are.
You do not know me. I am the painter, Sir Luthor Pierre, and I am here to paint your portrait.
Did I ask for that? Or is
No,
it just
no,
here?
no. His
No, I'm not
lordship,
asking.
Emperor Alfonso Endissa, has sent me himself to paint a picture of the new Night Lord and to help decorate whatever flyers or forms of, recruitment you plan. But, looking at you, you might make for the worst picture I have ever seen. You are lucky you have the best painter, Luthor Pierre, to make you so beautiful. Else, no one would wish to join whatever Knights of the Light you are making.
The Knights of Stella. Can I see the issue, or like what's the thing called? Like the document that this guy's actually fucking sent here? I want to confirm.
Yeah, like you'd probably like a
I'm
royal
not gonna
like
waste my time.
basically like do you have proof? And yeah, he would produce a page that has the stamp of Afonso, and it's a personal letter to you. He says, it reads roughly, Michael Gar, you, now that you've decided to take this responsibility, I suspect we should make a portrait of you in commemoration. And knowing that you will have a lot of issues, perhaps finding people, or at least handling them all, have sent you the painter Luthor Pierre to help make advertisements for whatever you may decide to do to recruit people, be that a tournament or just flyers. It's up to you, but now I know you have someone who can be of help.
Hell yeah.
And there's a PS message. PS, he's a pain in the ass, but please don't beat him up.
I give him back the paper, and I was just like, I would be what is the words I'm thinking? Yes, I would love to be painted. Thank you.
Okay, take all your clothes off.
I will not be okay. Well, I mean, I'm gonna take the armor off.
No, I thought I was thinking like we were going to do like the pure muscle picture. But
I mean, I take my shirt off.
Now keep the armor on. It would look better than whatever.
What's the issue?
You see, like, whenever you ask him that he says nothing, you think he actually has nothing to say. He's just being a pain in the ass.
And he says, it's not worth the time. Keep your armor on. But what do you mean do it right now? You haven't even greeted me. Where is the chef? Where is the meal? I just got a cup of tea from you.
Squire?
Yeah, whenever he says, you, Squire, get me something. And he stands up and like says, I do not take orders from anyone besides Sir Michael Ladar. Do not.
Get him something to eat and make sure it's
Yes, sir.
Do you have a preference in what you would like to eat?
I would like the reddest meat of the fish from the ocean, sprinkled on with a little bit of the red petal of parsley, then teetered off with the hot cocoa from the Charlotte Kingdom, and then finally on the dessert, a sponge cake made of rye bread.
Get him a steak with a biscuit.
Aye, aye, sir.
And he runs off. And you will find your men, and you'll start this all going. That is it on your end, though, as you
all right.
have to put up with some of the worst people you are around.
Oh, I fucking love politics.
We shall jump one more time before we get into this battle. This time we are jumping to Fondar himself.
It's me.
Fondar, you have... well, throughout this time, you might have been a little more reserved, but eventually you followed what Afonso told you to and started living life. And we find you right now in the highlight of experiencing things in life in the depths of Port Crevice. And even more so in the depths of the Crevice, of Port Crevice, in the sexual, lustful, euphoric golden pyramid named Euphoria. There
Nice.
you are dancing, and you have been for a long time, on this huge dance floor on the bottom of the pyramid. There's lights everywhere, the music is blaring. And the scene we come into, we zoom in, as if it's a movie, we zoom in to you have just accidentally pushed. You've just been pushed by this orcish man, and he looks at you and says, "Why are you looking at my girl?" And then we zoom in as he throws a punch at your head, thinking
What
you
the-
have no idea who he's even talking about. You've just been dancing, enjoying yourself. As you see, this orcish man throws a punch at you. You swiftly duck. He hits someone in the back of the head. That person turns around.
Ooh, bar fight.
"What's your problem?" and punches back as you sleep away. As this entire dance floor you've been on for the last 30 minutes, if not more, falls into an array of chaos as people start running forward. The lights turn off. The music stops as they try and get underway. You slink off and you find yourself at the edge of one of the main bars. You kind of lean there. As you look back at the chaos, you hear a little behind you that gets your attention. You see standing there as a very tall, probably about 7 foot tall, sleek deerkin humanoid. Basically looks like a deer standing on two legs of sorts, a little bit different. This creature's wearing nothing besides basically latex suspenders. The fluff of their chest is fully exposed, and they hold a cup as they look at you. "Well, are you thirsty?"
I want you to know this entire time Fondar has been completely, like, his face has been completely neutral, even while he was dancing. Just no expression at all.
I
And
see.
even now, he turns back and looks at him. He's like, what you got that's red?
Well, we have all sorts of things. We have wine, any
Yeah, I'll
drink you
take
want,
that.
tied. All right. Do you have a preference? How red do you want it?
The reddest, deepest, darkest red.
All right. What are we done? You see this deerkin slides away. You see all the other barmaids behind give him a lot of respect as he goes and he gets you a bottle. You briefly look back and just before you even know it, he's brought the wine and gives it to you. As he hands it over, he says, "Well, I saw you were leading up the dance floor out there for a while."
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been a while.
Clearly, I don't take this as me prying too much, but clearly you're not from around here. You plan on staying for a long time.
He looks at a fake watch on his wrist. Yeah, I mean, probably a little bit. I'm not sure exactly the exact date I'm leaving yet. It's not really up to me.
You see he leans forward, leans across the table towards you. I can tell you're not. Perhaps the party down here is too little for you. You seem so tense. Is this not your scene? Is this beneath you? Well, I see this sometimes with people who are well trained in parties and the fun experiences, dull to everything.
I have a question. Do you think Fondar would have the crown on his head, or would it be under his wrap?
It's probably hard to. I assume right now what he has, he probably has a way to like master it. He probably didn't leave at first until he found a way to like master properly. So
To,
it's
like,
probably
change it,
there.
yeah.
It's probably like invisible to most
Okay,
people.
yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
like. Because it'd be kind of weird if he's just
No,
like,
no.
it's just
No,
demon
you
mouth
probably-
ahead.
No. So that's probably hidden, even though it's definitely still there though. And
Okay.
you probably took you a while to even come to Port Crevice, knowing that Galvera is here. So yeah, you probably took you a while to make sure you could hide it properly. But he looks at you. Yeah, I see this a lot in people who are overstimulated. Everything becomes so dull to them.
Well,
Perhaps this-
I don't know if I'd consider myself overstimulated. And he goes, and laughs himself without his face changing emotion.
Hmm. You know, people like you, or at least the ones who I've seen, often won't get anything out of this level of euphoria. You see, kind of like, he reaches out to like lift your chin up. He doesn't like actually touch you. He just kind of like motions and like looks at you. I think the mistress of euphoria, our grand pyramid, would really love you. I think you're quite her type. Perhaps you're just her type. I'm thinking perhaps I should give you an invitation to the top floor of Euphoria. Send you to a private party, if you wish. I'm sure she would eat you up, and I'm sure whatever dullness you are experiencing here could easily be lost up there. Though, perhaps, unless you'd rather stay here with me.
Damn. He accepts the invitation because he's none the wiser. What? Who? Mistress? What? Is this like a sex thing?
That's what you wish it to be.
I'm gonna be real, man. I haven't felt sexual desire, and he looks at the fake wristwatch again. Whatever.
He smiles. On the top floor of Euphoria, everyone feels new things for the first time. Perhaps you'll find something new that will be similar to that. If you wish. He kind of like waves over your face, this entire thing you got going on. As long as you're open, can be forgotten for a while up there. Please, follow me. He invites you behind the bar.
Fondar follows him.
And he leads you to he pulls a fake bottle, opens a wall, and it leads you to a secret elevator.
Holy shit.
As he walks in, he comes in with you. He turns back. Girls, handle the bar. And they yell back, "Okay, darling. We'll got it." All right. Up we go. As you guys go on, the deerkin pulls a lever, and you guys start floating up for a while. The Sets trance music replaces any. There's no elevator music. It's like Sets trance in here. As he goes up. All right. I will not be joining you. My responsibilities are below. Is there anything, any questions you have before I let you off?
Nah, I guess I'm good.
All right. As the elevator comes to an end, last piece of advice, dear. Just don't be so closed off. You'll have a good time. As the door opens, exits out into this huge landscape of just lights flashing everywhere. You see people are dancing and hollering. It's like downstairs on crack. That's easy.
Nice.
As you exit, you see he waves to you and goes back down. You see someone quickly comes up to you and says, you see basically a simply dressed lady who, an insectoid. She is an insect creature. She is basically wearing hardly anything. Comes up to you. So you're a guest of Darling's, is it?
Yes?
Well, I'd assume so. He let you up here. I suppose you are here to see the mistress? She kind of looks at your face and like rubs your chin. You are her type.
I suppose. I mean, that's what he points back over his shoulder. That's what he down there. Well, I don't know what I don't want to be racist, so I don't.
He's a deerkin, and
yeah,
but you can just call him
deerkin.
darling. We all do.
Okay. Well, yeah. Darling said the mistress something invite. I don't.
All right. Follow me. She like grabs your hand and pulls you behind her through
His
the
hand is
crowds.
very cold and clammy.
She probably just thinks you're nervous. And she leans back. You don't need to be so worried, sweetheart. You can loosen up a little. Would you like some help loosening up?
No, I'm good, thank you.
All right. We have plenty of ways to do so if you need. She leads you back to the party into a back room, and you kind of like go through this bead curtain, and you hear her say, "Mistress, Darling sent you a gift." As you see sitting in, basically in like, have you ever seen those sets hotels where there's like a bed that's literally a heart? It's like one of those, and you see someone's like in the middle, just like surrounded by a bunch of like beautiful like women of various races and men who are like basically nude. And you see
Nice.
a person in the middle like looks up, and you see this like very sexy, literally just imagine anime cat girl, literally a cat girl.
Nice.
As she looks at you.
Oh, darling really knows my taste, doesn't he? What a sweetheart. Now, come over here, why don't ya?
Oh my fucking god.
As she points to you. She calls you forward.
He shuffles his way over.
No, what's your name?
You see she kind of like crawls like on her hands and knees across the bed to the end of like the tip of the heart where you're standing.
Fondar. Fondar Chilzebi.
Fondar. You can call me Kitty Love. I'm the mistress of Euphoria. You look so tense. Come over here. Sit down.
Yes, ma'am. He sits on the edge of the bed.
My oh my. Well. You look so nervous.
She like touches your shoulder and like your hand.
It's so clammy. You need not be afraid.
As you see, as she says that, you see like all the other like her little pets come over and like surround her, and like start like rubbing her. Like I don't know how to describe it. I mean, you've seen like weird set
a
scenes in
harem
movies
thing,
like this.
yeah.
Like it's like weird set scenes like where they're all like crawling all over the place and like reaching their hands out and stuff. It's just like really weird.
Well,
What brings you here, Fondar? To my humble abode.
Well, I hadn't partied in a while, so I wanted to party, and I asked my friends, and they said that this is a good place to party, so I came here to party, and now I was here partying, and then Darling said during the party that I should come up here and party with you, so now I'm up here partying with you.
I like to imagine Neelam not knowing what this place was. Told you to come here.
she says, well, would you like to try something new?
Sure. He almost sounds like he's about to cry.
You see, she kind of purrs over to one of her little pets, and they like crawl off the bed and like do the little model walk over to the side and pull a little table over, and you see it's brought back over. Kitty Love opens the container and pulls out a little like golden bead from it, and says, "They call this glitter boom." Well, it's very, very wonderful. You see she puts it in her mouth, and it's almost like you can tell it's almost like a jawbreaker or something, as she kind of like rolls around on her tongue. Well, open up. She doesn't give you a chance. She's going to kiss you and put it in your mouth unless Fondar is for whatever reason going to do something different.
He is not ready for it. He's
You have this pill called Glitter Boom pushed down your throat and virtually swallow it, I suppose.
40 D10 psychic damage.
She smiles at
instantly
you.
die and explode.
She smiles at you and says, "Don't worry. You're about to have a wonderful time. That expression of yours," she kind of like lits the side of your face, "will soon be gone." as you obviously are in over your head at the moment, you realize a few moments later, happens almost. You realize right away it might not happen to everyone this quick, but you know, as a talent who has mastery of your mind, that something is extremely wrong. And at first, you're probably terrified because your mind, that is your weapon, instantly shatters into 1,000 pieces. Everything does. Like your mind shatters. It's like a glass pane. And right away, your first instinct is, uh-oh, if I'm not able to control myself to stop the circlet, this will be dangerous. However, you are a master of your mind, and before you fall, you manage to set up like a base level to keep that in check, and to basically calm yourself down and realize that you're probably gonna be able to fight. Realize it's not an attack on you. Your first thought is protect the thing, and then your second thought is, oh, this is a setup. I'm being attacked. Those are the first two things you think, until right away you realize it's probably not the case, and then your mind shatters, so you can't even think on it in the first place. As your mind splits off into 1,000 pieces, almost like looking through a bud's eye. Everything you think is just seen in like, as if you're looking through literally an insect eye. As you hear Kitty Love say, "How about we dance, 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 dance?" And as it just starts separating, what you feel is, for the first time, and probably ever, since you've been trained, you let your mind go limp. Something you've never done because, well, it's your weapon. For the first time, something has caused you to lose access to the one thing that you've been keeping keen forever. And at first, that is a problem to you, and it makes you nervous. But then, quickly, you realize how free you feel. You feel so free. You don't have to worry about protecting things or making sure your mind is always in a certain state. You don't have to worry about being blank or emptied to feelings. And you really start feeling like something of your past self. Perhaps before your training, perhaps before you were turned. If you were turned. I don't know if vampires fully are, but
I don't think they are. I think they're like a breed thing.
The moment is you quickly realize nothing matters, and you are extremely happy. Fondar, you have a very nice time partying, and well, you can imagine what happens. I won't tell you exactly.
Smile.
You can assume what happens during, and you can at any point come up with whatever happens in the future during a moment like this.
5-page fan fiction about what happened.
Sure.
Yeah. You will now be well acquainted with. There's 3 names I'll tell you that you're gonna be well acquainted with, even if you don't remember it, and that is Darling.
I will remember forever.
Darling, Kitty Love, and Hot Sluts. Those are 3 people you're gonna be well.
Hot slots.
So Darling, you met Sadirkin. Kitty Love is a cat-looking girl who's a mistress. Hot Sluts is is basically a warforged. He is a child of steam and machinery who is in charge. He literally is a slot machine, more or less, and he's in charge of the slots.
Oh,
and
hell
the
yeah.
casino. These are the 3 main people here, and you're going to know them well because you don't know them well, not because just of this night, because after a lot of freaking out, Fondar eventually comes back to Castle Oddity. And you
Neelam would 100% find him while he's like hungover.
Well, he comes back to Castle Oddity, but you come back, Fondar, to seeing the 5 of them like waiting for you, like looking for you, and like they rush back whenever reports come out of you being back. Fondar, you went missing for a week.
Hell yeah.
The 5 of you did not know what happened to Fondar for an entire week. He said, "I'm going to Port Crevice," for an entire week. Fondar, when you left, you felt like this was the best moment of your life. And you come back, you look a little bit sour now because when you were leaving, over the hangover, everything looked awful. You saw people being hungover. You literally saw someone jump off a bridge. Literally, you've had after you've sobered up. It's been awful ever since you sobered up. And now you're here, and clearly these people look like they've been waiting for you. It's like when a parent is like waiting for a child after school. That's what it looks like. The 5 of you there, you guys have been freaking out, not knowing where the circlet went or Fondar.
Good evening, Fondar. Do you have any idea what time it is? Or what day it is?
Oh, are you so loud? He's like holding onto his head. You're so loud.
Oh my god.
Are we all here?
Yeah, all of you are here.
Would I have
You-
known
you-
that he was over there?
You guys would have like probably got a whiff of it, but even if you went looking for him, it once you hear his story more, you'd probably realize, oh, Kitty Love and them kept it hush hush. Also, the reason you couldn't go there is just technically the Bladsteel Order controls Euphoria, so it would have been hard for you to like make a move with your current contract.
I wouldn't make a move. It's just more like
Looking,
Yeah, I
like
know,
yeah,
if I
anyone who
don't
looked
look,
was
he won't
not
go.
like invited to like the place where he was. Yeah, all of you are here though, because all of you
Yelling
have
at
probably been
me.
like put in charge of looking for him for like the last 5 days after you realized he was gone.
Did you have a good time?
I don't
I-
know.
I get Fondar a nice glass of water.
Thank you.
You're
Neil.
babying him.
Mm. Look, you can be mad at him whenever he's not hungover, Hawkins.
He needs to learn to deal with the consequences of his actions.
Look
Go
at
to
him,
your room.
Hawkins.
Fondar sits down with his head in his hands, just like, fuck.
As Fondar passes us up with my arm, my hand on his shoulder. Don't worry, I'll talk to him.
Look what you've done. He's crying.
This world sucks, man. It's so
Oh, his two
just
gay
evil
dads.
it was so cool. It was so fucking cool, man.
Go to your room, Fondar.
You're not
Huh?
my dad.
I look towards Hawkins.
I'm your dad. Go to your room.
You're not my real dad.
Fondar, you know your daddy, if he exists, is in Euphoria.
My dad's back in Port Crevice.
Hawkins, do I have to be here?
No, you don't have to be here.
Okay, so it's just it sounded like it was very urgent.
Yeah, well, once you guys realized it was like everything was okay, yeah. But you guys assumed something was probably wrong with him.
He's safe, it looks like, at least.
Euphoria.
You bastard. Even you got into Euphoria? I'm still on the
What?
fucking waiting list.
Yeah, it was. It was so awesome, man. I don't know what happened.
Oh, well,
We should
get
start
some
a club,
sleep.
Hawkins.
How long have I been gone?
That's a good idea. It's a week, mate.
What?
It's been a week. You've
But
been
I was
missing
just-
for a week.
And he kind of like looks over his shoulder, but and it was just a week.
Alfonso, if I'd told Alfonso, he would have killed me. If I lost you,
Well,
not died. You went missing. That's so embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, it's for you.
I don't even know where you fucking were, mate. Oh my
I
God.
was in heaven.
Oh, I bet
I'll
you
take
were.
you to heaven.
I was already
Fondar,
there.
go get a change of clothes.
Fondar gets up and he's walking, and he kind of like walks forward and hits the wall, and then just starts walking up the wall towards his room.
I can't believe him. Gonna be a delinquent.
So what's Euphoria, Hawkins?
Oh, my God.
Well, name him.
You see, it's
Okay.
rather a fun place. Fucking eye rolling.
This house is a nightmare.
Metal Mouth.
Fondar will go change into something that's probably not soiled, 1 week worn clothes.
Yeah. You honestly might not even be in the same clothes you're in the first place, to be honest.
He
Might be
walks in
butt-ass
with like
naked.
he walked in
Damn,
with like a
Jim.
leather harness, no shirt on.
He's in
That's
a
his
full
jobs.
gimp suit.
He has to unzip his mouth to talk.
mad at me? I don't understand.
Unzip your mouth, mate.
Oh, sorry.
So would the crown be over, or the circlet be over, or under the gimp suit?
It's like a crown-shaped like bulge on the top of his head.
There's a little zippers for the crown's mouth.
Damn, Jan. You move on fast from Charming to Darling.
Hey, different characters? Excuse me? How dare you?
You move on fast, man. You don't even care.
Wow.
Oh, you're saying all of the characters sound the same?
I said they're similar sounding names, and that was the whole bit.
Those Fondar sound like Ambrose.
No, Charming and Darling.
Oh.
I'm glad I finally
Bad
got introduced
bitch.
the names of the Euphoria
Boo.
people. I don't know why I liked them so much.
I love Euphoria.
What?
Take me back. I don't want to do anything else now. Take me back to Euphoria.
My God.
Euphoria.
Fondar's
what's that?
gonna become a gooner.
He's fucking addicted to Glitter Boom. That whole event did feel like a cyberpunk side mission.
It did.
Okay, yeah, you guys get dressed up. You ready? Fondar, you come back. You guys have located the demon, and tomorrow you guys are making your strike. That's you were going to do it a couple days ago, but Fondar wasn't around. So,
So, what's the plan, guys? What's next? He's forgotten
Looks like
about
Hawkins.
most things at this point.
Well, we found the demon.
Oh.
We're
Yeah.
leaving tomorrow.
Oh. Okay.
So get your sleep.
Yeah.
First
I
thing in
should
the
probably
morning,
do that.
We'll be marching.
I don't know what is. I mean, yeah, sleep. Yeah.
That guy's
Um,
weird.
He
Make
holds
sure
up
you
two
gather
thumbs.
whatever supplies you need. If you're taking any men with you, I don't know if you even have any. Maybe the people at Euphoria could come.
you were told to.
Ah.
That's funny.
Maybe.
They already have.
Been there, done that, Neelam.
Missing them?
Yeah, no, you guys are. This is a mission just for you, Sits. No one else is coming with you. Just so you're aware. Alfonso went. Basically, you're going. On.
We're a commando team.
You basically no, you're not even a commando. You guys are going to show the men who have been suffering to this creature that the six of you can literally handle it yourselves.
Based.
Okay.
Oh shit.
We're
Um,
going to there to show off. Nice.
What is
Well,
the conditions on the crown being released? Is it as soon as this mission is over, or is it on Afonso's choice? Like when he
In-
says so?
In two the.
Is
Maybe
it-
when he
it's a-
says
it's a
so,
time-
but the condition is in 2 months when you guys come and report your things.
Okay.
And,
That's when he's
and
gonna
on
use
your
it.
birthday, the reward for doing all these missions is the crown.
Yeah,
That's
the
one of the
crown
rules.
is your birthday present.
Yay!
Yeah.
Do we have a description of what this demon looks like?
Yeah, it looks like a large red thing with 2 giant muscular arms that have like crab-like
Red?
crab-like claws on the end, and 2 smaller arms that are. So basically, it's 4 arms, 2 of which are giant crab claws. Yeah, there we go.
Crab claws.
Gee.
And
giant
it's-
enemy crab.
Yeah, that's basically what it says, and basically says it just runs around and it just absolutely massacres just the masses of normal troops. Most people aren't able to stop. Like, most people aren't able to handle it.
Every demon I've got any knowledge of has been extremely powered by people.
Jack
So,
North guy.
The attempt is to isolate them and not have a shit ton of civilians absolutely slaughtered mid-fight.
The whole, if this crown does what they say it does, this should be easy.
What do they say it does?
You know you're not supposed
yeah.
to use it. Fondar's forgotten he's not supposed to use it.
That's for me to know and for you to find out in 2 months.
All right.
Oh.
Well, I guess a month and... How long was I gone again?
A week.
Fondar's mind is still not back to him.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Yes, aye, sir. He lays down on the ground right there.
I guess for me personally, I'd gather all my supplies up and head to bed.
Jokey. Jokey.
Oh, actually, I don't know if we need to roleplay this out. I would ask Francis if he has any idea on how to make a communication device. Francis!
Hello.
Francis!
Hello.
Hi!
I'm sad. You're so far away. so
Please be
far
quiet.
away.
You're peeking.
Nella.
Francis.
You
I have a
see,
question.
he's like half asleep. He might be having a nightmare.
Okay, then I'm gonna write him a note and just leave it on his forehead. Or I'll stick it to his tongue because I imagine his tongue's out and it's kind of like moist a little.
You
where, like, a
see,
piece of paper can stick
you
to
see,
it.
he lits the words, and like as he's sleeping, lits the words. It says,
No.
Oh, okay. Can I try and detect his thoughts?
"Yeah."
What are his thoughts like?
Oh, it says,
I'm
it goes in his thoughts. It says, "I'm the best kobold there is. I have all the secrets there are. My book of secrets has all the secrets of my friends, and I need more. I wonder what kind of shoes Hawkins likes to eat. I wonder what kind of bread Professor Dirk can make. I wonder if Morden has a thing for feet, or if that's just part of his name originally. I wonder if Fondar.
Should have never saved this guy.
Stop reading his
wonder
mind.
if Fondar.
Can I try and detect his deeper thoughts?
Yeah. You're just gonna do it. He says, "I don't think anyone actually likes me. I've been putting on a mask this entire time, acting like an idiot. But I'm actually normal, just because I have a birth defection with my tongue that makes me sound like that. Oh, why did I start playing along? Why did I start playing along?
I'm gonna fix him.
Stupid. He's just endless crying,
I'm gonna let
endless
him
crying,
sleep.
and self-doubt.
I'm gonna fix Francis. Don't you guys fucking worry.
Please don't.
Poor Francis.
You guys are assholes.
Francis has just been a very sad guy this entire
mean,
time, and none of you knew. He's just been putting on the mask. He's been trying to make everyone happy.
That's what the mask
I've never
is.
played a character that was mean to Francis.
He's been trying to
But
make
the
everyone happy.
fact is,
Okay. Alright.
Anyway, that's it for me.
Anyone else got something? I'm gonna say no.
I don't think so.
Right. You guys are asleep. In the morning, you guys will roll off to fight the demon, but I think that is our time for this session. I mean, I'm prepared, but I think Hawkins has sleepy.
Yeah,
I also have to go a
I was
bit.
getting.
Yeah.
My eyelids are getting heavy.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me
we
too.
started a
Yeah,
little
just
bit
been
late.
EP.
You
sadly.
guys start getting a cup of coffee in you. So
Next time I'll know what's happening, and hopefully Mo5 does too.
Same. I don't know why I thought. Like, I knew we started at 5, but I thought someone was gonna be late, so I was like, "Oh, 5:45 it is."
Oh, you thought?
Yeah, I just assumed.
I mean, you
No,
were
we
right.
did some
You were,
shit.
you were right though, was you?
I got his ass.
I hate this guy. I thought you were to sleep already, huh?
shit.
You told him. You told him.
But yeah,
1 week is
then
too
you guys.
long.
Next week we
agree.
should be able to be started about 5:15. So everyone just know 5:15 should be when you're here. And I might be a little bit later than that, but it should be pretty easy.
I can't wait to fight a demon with my new friends.
All right, 5:45.